Well, I've always had a great passion for the power of Christian radio. My wife became a believer by listening to a broadcast of Christian radio where she heard really for the first time ever the gospel presented in a really clear way. And I've had a passion my whole life for the Great Commission, for getting the word out, and how better to do it from my background and my experience, having spent the last 10 years working in broadcasting, than supporting a broadcast ministry. At the same time, I've developed a passion for those who have been unreached, those who have never heard, that part of the world that's never had the gospel presented to them ever before. I've been involved with the Operation Mobilization guys in doing some work with their international ministry, and it has just really put a fire in my heart to be involved in that piece of spreading the gospel. So when you put those together, I'm looking for a radio ministry broadcasting the gospel in a place where people are that haven't heard the word before. And then I find out that here's an opportunity to come and use the management and administrative skills that I've developed over the years in a place that's reaching the people that I've got a great passion for with the media mechanism of Christian radio. I mean, that can't be an accident. And so when I saw this opportunity come up, I said, wow, I really would like to try and do that. Now there's mobile, there's internet, there's explosive technologies that we don't even talk about yet that are just emerging today. And those are the kind of things that are really going to take the world for Christ in the next generation. I was talking with one of my associates at a different media ministry, and he was telling me that 20 years ago at the National Religious Broadcasters, the presidents of Trans World Radio, HCJB, and FEBC stood on the platform in front of the NRB convention and said, we're committed to take the world for Christ through shortwave radio. And I thought to myself, how great it would be for those three presidents to stand up at that same platform and declare that they're going to take the world for Christ with mobile phone applications. It's amazing. I look at the numbers. When I first started looking at this organization, their reach is to 3 billion people. That's unbelievable. That's almost half the world. And I used to think about in domestic Christian radio ministries having a wonderful outreach if you could get up to 100 million. Well, this staggers those numbers. More importantly, what really gets me excited is the number of responses that this ministry gets. The number of letters that come in from people who are listeners to this radio broadcast, people in areas where sending a letter could possibly get them in trouble, yet they're so moved by hearing the gospel. Well over 1 million responses to Christian radio. That's unbelievable, especially when you think about probably 5 times that number of people who are powerfully affected by the ministry and just don't take the opportunity to write in. So I'm absolutely convinced that the influence that FEBC is having in the world for Christ is remarkable.